Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic many struggle with, building a healthy, loving relationship with an emotionally unavailable partner. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Oprah, is that even possible? And you know what? That's a valid question. But before we throw in the towel, we need to understand what we're dealing with. Emotional unavailability can show up in many ways. It can look like a partner who's distant, shies away from intimacy, or has trouble expressing their feelings. Over the next few minutes, we're going to walk through 10 essential steps on your journey to a healthier, more fulfilling relationship. Stay tuned because this is about to get real good. Chapter 1: Decoding the Silent Treatment. Let's start by understanding emotional unavailability. It's not just about being quiet or reserved. Emotional unavailability runs deeper. It's like a wall preventing true emotional connection. Imagine talking to a brick wall. They're physically present but emotionally distant. They might deflect, change the subject, or shut down. Often it stems from past hurts or trauma. It's a defense mechanism to avoid getting hurt, but it impacts your relationship. It can leave you feeling lonely and unloved. So how do we break down these walls? How do we build a bridge across this chasm? That's what we're diving into now. Chapter 2: Finding Your Voice Together. Communication, my friends, is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, especially when dealing with emotional unavailability. I'm talking about real, heart-to-heart communication. Express your feelings openly and honestly, even when it's scary. Tell your partner how their emotional unavailability makes you feel. Use I statements, like "I feel hurt when you shut down." And listen, truly listen, when your partner opens up. Don't interrupt, don't get defensive. Just try to understand where they're coming from. This takes practice, patience, and grace. But the more you practice, the stronger your bond will become. Chapter 3: Protecting your heart, respecting their space. Now, let's talk about boundaries. Boundaries are essential in any relationship, but they are absolutely crucial when one partner is emotionally unavailable. Boundaries are not about being controlling or shutting your partner out. They are about protecting your own emotional well-being. Think of boundaries as your own personal fence. They define where you end and your partner begins. They help you maintain your sense of self and prevent you from feeling responsible for your partner's emotions. What does this look like in practice? It might mean saying no to constant demands on your time and energy. It might mean not accepting disrespectful behavior or emotional outbursts. It might even mean creating physical space when you need to recharge and reconnect with yourself. Remember, setting boundaries is not selfish. It's about honoring your own needs and limits. Chapter 4: Navigating the Emotional Labyrinth. Let's be real. Dealing with emotional unavailability can test the patience of a saint. It's natural to feel frustrated, even angry, when you're constantly met with walls and silence. But here's the thing, pushing your partner to change or demanding immediate emotional intimacy will only backfire. Think of it like tending a garden. You can't force a flower to bloom before it's ready. You have to nurture it, give it sunshine and water, and be patient. The same goes for your partner. Give them the space they need to process their emotions. Encourage them to explore their feelings, whether it's through therapy, journaling, or simply quiet reflection. Remember, change takes time, especially when it comes to deep-seated emotional patterns. Chapter 5: Seeking Guidance on the Journey to Connection. I'm a big believer in the power of therapy. Sometimes we all need a little help navigating the complexities of relationships, especially when emotional unavailability is involved. If your partner is open to it, suggest couples therapy. A skilled therapist can provide a safe and neutral space for you both to communicate openly, address underlying issues, and develop healthier patterns of relating to each other. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oprah, what if my partner refuses to go to therapy? And that's a valid concern. You can't force someone to change if they're not ready, but you can still seek support for yourself. Individual therapy can be incredibly empowering. It can help you process your own emotions, develop coping mechanisms for dealing with your partner's unavailability, and set healthy boundaries. Remember, seeking professional help is not a sign of weakness. Chapter 6. Filling your own cup first. Now let's talk about something that's absolutely essential when you're in a relationship with an emotionally unavailable partner: self-care. And I'm not just talking about bubble baths and face masks, although those are lovely too. I'm talking about prioritizing your own emotional, physical, and mental well-being. See, when you're constantly pouring your energy into someone else, trying to fill their emotional void, you end up depleted, drained, running on fumes. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? So make time for the things that bring you joy, the things that make your heart sing. Spend time with loved ones who uplift you. Engage in activities that nourish your soul. Remember, taking care of yourself is not selfish. Chapter 7. Breaking free from the cycle of negativity. Now, let's address something that can be so damaging in relationships, especially when emotional unavailability is at play: blame and shame. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming your partner for their emotional distance, for the pain they're causing you. And while your feelings are valid, blame only creates resentment and defensiveness. It pushes your partner further away. Similarly, shaming your partner for their struggles with emotional intimacy will only make them feel worse about themselves. Remember, emotional unavailability is often a coping mechanism, a way to protect themselves from vulnerability. It's not about you, even though it feels personal. So, instead of blame and shame, choose compassion and understanding. Remember, you're on the same team, working towards the same goal: a healthier, more fulfilling relationship. Chapter 8. Finding joy in the journey. Now let's talk about something that's so important when you're navigating the ups and downs of a relationship with an emotionally unavailable partner: celebrating the small victories. See, change takes time. It's not always linear or immediate. There will be setbacks, moments of frustration, even times when you want to throw your hands up and say, "Forget it." But it's crucial to acknowledge and celebrate the small steps forward, however insignificant they may seem. Did your partner share a feeling they've been holding back? Did they make an effort to be more present during a conversation? Did they initiate a hug or a moment of physical affection? These small victories are huge, so express your appreciation. Let your partner know that you see their efforts and that you appreciate their willingness to grow. Chapter 9. Weathering the storms together. Relationships take work. You hear me? They take commitment, dedication, and a whole lot of love. And when you're dealing with emotional unavailability, that commitment is tested time and time again. There will be moments when you question whether it's worth it, when you wonder if you're fighting a losing battle. And that's okay. But before you throw in the towel, ask yourself this: is your partner willing to work on themselves? Are they open to change, even if it's a slow and sometimes painful process? If the answer is yes, then it might be worth holding on. Remember, love is not always easy. Chapter 10. Honoring your worth. Now, as much as I believe in fighting for love, I also believe in honoring your own worth. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, despite our love and commitment, relationships reach a point where it's healthier to walk away. If you've been trying to build a healthy relationship with an emotionally unavailable partner, and you're constantly feeling drained, unloved, and unappreciated, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship. If your partner is unwilling to acknowledge their emotional unavailability, if they're resistant to change or seeking help, it might be a sign that they're not capable of giving you the love and emotional intimacy you deserve. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay to walk away from a relationship that's no longer serving you, even if it hurts. Remember, you deserve to be with someone who cherishes you, who values your emotional needs, who meets you halfway. Thank you for watching. We hope these steps help you build a healthier relationship with your emotionally unavailable partner. Remember, relationships are a journey, not a destination. There will be bumps along the road, detours, and unexpected turns. But with open communication, healthy boundaries, and a whole lot of love and patience, you can navigate the challenges and build a relationship that's both fulfilling and sustainable. See you next time.